Studio by the Consul General of Israel to the Pacific Southwest, Isreal-Bachar. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for your leadership in this moment. So we saw today Benjamin Netanyahu releasing a photo showing carnage, basically saying most of the time we don't want to release something like this, but we think that it's important for people to see it. What is your message when it comes to that, this message of essentially don't look away, we see repeated over and over again?
Yeah, it's the first time that Israel really showed this kind of a picture, because this time, this attack is very different from other attacks. It's not a dispute about territory. It's basically terrorism. That's what it is. And when people take in the name of freedom or their own justice, which is completely wrong and false, but when they are murdering babies and women and raping women and then burning their bodies and beheading babies, I think that's a line that you cannot accept. And we want to show to the world that it's not about territory. It's about inhumanity. That's what we are dealing with right now. So in 1939, during World War II, we could not protect ourselves. In 2023, we can, and we will, and that's what we are doing right now, regrouping and attacking back.
Yeah, we know that Americans, as reported, are among the hostages. We also know, and we've heard from so many families locally who have loved ones there right now who may have been just vacationing there, and they're having a hard time getting back. They're having a hard time communicating even with the State Department. What can you share on that front and what's being done as far as the U.S. is concerned to get those Americans home and the Southern Californians home?
Yeah, first of all, the American embassy in Tel Aviv is completely 24/7 in touch with the Israeli IDF on the ground, and they get intelligence from us all the time about every American, that we know where he is and how we can help him. We're trying to create every type of communication with every American citizen on the ground to help them out or to come to Israel to a safe haven wherever they are. So the IDF is on top of it and is trying to help every American there on the ground. And there are still flights that coming out of Israel and coming to Israel, so people can leave Israel if they want to Europe and then continue from Europe to America. There is a lot of flight every day. So whoever needs help, every American citizen needs help in Israel is going to get his help, definitely, 100%.
There's a lot of dual citizens that have both American and Israeli citizenship as well. I know you want to make a distinction between Hamas and Palestine, because we see these images now out of Gaza as Israel strikes back, and there are civilians that are being very badly impacted, being killed there, and you feel for those innocent civilians too. What's your message on that front, and what do you say to the people that are concerned about them?
First of all, we are concerned about them too. In every operation that Israel did in Gaza, we are the only army in the world that before is bombing a civilian area, not because we want to bomb the civilians, just because the Hamas is using them as a human shields. That's what they are doing. So we don't have any other option to try to attack the compound. But what we're doing, we're calling to the citizen in this compound, leave the area before we are bombing. So we're the only army in the world that's doing it.
Give them a heads up. We're going to bomb, get out of here. Yeah.
Two, unfortunately, in every war, there are civilian casualties. We don't want it. We don't aim for it. And also, I can tell you more than that, something which is amazing. Currently in Israel, there are terrorists who were wounded in the terror attack that have been taken care of in Israeli hospitals.
That speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think that speaks for itself, that we are very human. We don't want to hurt any civilian people. But the Hamas itself is using its own people as human shield, and the Gazan people do not want to be controlled by the Hamas. It's a terror organization that basically controls it by terror against its own people. So there's a distinction between a normal civility and terrorist organization.
Yesterday, you spent part of your day in City Hall in downtown Los Angeles. You united with LA City Council members in this basically a solidarity news conference that you held. You spoke there. You really had such a message of hope. How difficult is it right now to have hope in this dire situation?
I tell you, I will use a biblical sentence, but I will turn it a little bit. There is a time for peace, and there is a time for war. Now, it's a time for war in order to bring peace back. So that's what we are doing. you need to win against the Nazis in order to restore the peace later on. So now in a period in campaign, a war campaign, in order to win against the terror. That's what we're doing right now. But we want to restore the peace. We don't want nothing else for our civilians and to any other civilians in the region. And unfortunately, we're in a very positive track with the Americans to create another peace treaty with the Saudis. And that's what Hamas and Iran does not want us to achieve. Right. They want to achieve peace. We're going to aim for peace. And it's going to happen, I believe, also in the next few months when we're going to that this war is going to be behind us.
We're looking at pictures of all these different rallies that we've been seeing across Southern California. Obviously, that is nice, but is there something more substantive that people here can do to help? What is your message to people that want to help in some way?
First of all, I think America is doing a great job, and also President Biden did a great speech in supporting the state of Israel and to deter Lebanon and Iran in getting into the fight. So that's on the federal level, on the administration level. The citizens right now in America supporting Israel with funds. There are American doctors who wants to fly to Israel to do operation and help in hospitals. There's medical supply that is being flown now to Israel, to hospital also. So people are doing a lot of stuff. They're buying different gears. They help to finance communities who were devastated in the south, to help them to rebuild themselves, psychology treatment, medical treatment for babies, for kids of course. So the Americans are doing a lot, and we are very, very grateful for it. And I think at this time, what we see, it's not that America and Israel are allies. I think we're a family. And every family here in LA feels the pain and what's going on in Israel. And my last sentence to you guys, I got a phone call 2 days ago for an American citizen. She started to cry and told me, I lost a family member 2 hours ago in the terror attack. And so it's affecting every family here in LA. And we feel the outpouring love of the American citizens, and we feel the solidarity, and we feel that we are a family.
Well, we thank you so much for being here with us tonight in studio. Consul General of Israel, Bachar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.